Hello, it's Jackie Deakin here again, your spiritual shepherdess. And today I just want to share with you about a book that I read a few years ago now, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and many of you will also have read this book. And the book itself is called Hidden Messages in Water, and the author, Dr. Masaru Emoto, I was so privileged to meet back in March this year and organise a seminar for him, and he is coming back again in the autumn, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. But those of you who've read the book will know all about his research into water and how it affects us as human beings, being 70% water ourselves, our physical bodies. And what he'd done is label up this is just the basics of his research. Obviously it goes into a lot more detail, but he labelled up 2 jars of water, one with love, one with hate, and froze the water to however many degrees Fahrenheit, and then photographed the crystals. And of course the ones with love were all beautiful and colourful and perfect, and the ones with hate were all misshapen and dull and miserable, which just goes to show the effect that our thoughts have on water, and the fact that our body is 70% water. So if we're projecting those sort of thoughts at ourselves, we're actually not going to feel very good. So how important is it to project loving, positive thoughts, not only at ourselves, but at other people and with other people too, because it is after all a two-way vibration that we're creating with the energy. So that's his research. You can certainly find out more about it. There's lots of written papers, lots of books. You'll find Dr. Emoto's websites. He's got several, I believe, and lots of others dedicated to him that have been set up by other people, because his work is just so profound. And I have to say, when he came to us here in Bournemouth back in March, it was one of the most profound evenings I think I've ever experienced. And how that evening came about was quite a miracle in itself, really, because I'd gone to see Robert Holden in Cheltenham back in February, who's also coming to Bournemouth next year, by the way. And on the wall was this small poster, quite a small insignificant poster, and something made me stop and read it. And it happened to say that Dr. Emoto was coming to the UK in March 2013. So I remembered this, and when I got home I sent an email to the organisation and then forgot all about it until 2 weeks later, when Dr. Emoto's son Hiro contacted me. I had an email to say yes, he'd love to come to Bournemouth, and can he come a week on Saturday? And bearing in mind this was Thursday, it was a bit of a tall order to get that organised in 8 days. But hey, it happened. We managed to put on a seminar in Bournemouth on Easter weekend, and 300 people came in that short amount of time. Word had spread, such is the popularity of this great man, this great scientist. And the evening itself, I remember the atmosphere. I've never quite experienced anything like that. It really was a one-off at the time. So many light workers coming together to hear the work and the research of this Japanese scientist. And there was a moment during that seminar when he played John Lennon's Imagine. We all know the song, Imagine all the people coming together as one, and that is exactly what happened on that evening. And it was like everybody was in their own little bubble, feeling the energy and the love, but also connecting to everybody else around them as well. It really was an amazing experience. And the good news is that you get to experience that yourself when he comes back again in the autumn, which I feel so privileged and delighted that I'm able to organise this tour. And it will be between the 29th of September and the 3rd of October. If you're anywhere near London, Birmingham, Bristol or Southampton, or even if you're not, jump in the car, get on the train, do what you can to get to one of these events, because we don't know how many more times that this gentleman's going to come to our shores. So do come and see him if you can, and I promise you it will be an amazing evening. So I do hope to see you there. and you can contact me and find out more details. I'm on Facebook as a Spiritual Shepherdess. I'm also got a Google Plus account now, and you can reach me on email, and of course my website www.jackiedeakin.co.uk, and I look forward to seeing you there in the autumn. Thank you.